All right. I'm fading this big move right here, just with the layer stack. And we'll see if we get continuation to do that. If it fails, I may just kind of look to recycle these trades a couple times maybe, but we'll see how hard it wants to recover from that drop. And that's what we're going to do. Rick says he's done trading on the positive side. That's always good. Get in, get out, and get done, right? That's awesome. Good job, Rick. That's what it's all about. Get in, get out, and get done. We'll see if we can't follow Rick's footsteps. So kind of last night, I saw this kind of, it was failing to break above here. So right here is when I was kind of a fan of selling. Obviously, never expect that. I mean, it's a news event probably that came in. Just looking at the news, it did anything. Yeah, so we had a couple news drops at the 7 o'clock hour 5 minutes ago. So that's probably what this is. And then the response to the news, let's see if it is a catalyst for it to drop below this right here. If it fails to even reach that 50% mark of the pullback, then it probably is going to see some continuation to the short side. And this news event could be a catalyst for it just to continue to drop.
The housing price index was a lot higher than expected at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Got it. Yeah. So the housing price index, and then also there was a some consumer confidence coming in, and at the top of the hour. And then there's a speech. I always leery about the speeches that are reds. So you just never know when they're gonna. It's not like a report that comes out. It's something they say in their speech. And so you never know when that's going to happen. All right. So we're looking for a retracement of this move. Let's see what this gives us here.
Were you saying something about the housing prices? I missed it.
No, I said, yeah, we had that. And then we have consumer confidence and a speech coming up at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
So I was saying that I was just always leery about speeches because they're not like a report that instantly the market reacts to it. If they wait, you never know when it's going to pop unless you're listening to it.
It's not usually a fundamental change, but it's like a jawbone that people can hop on. And so it usually spikes and then reverts most of the time.
You trading the 5 minute today?
No. Oh, I know what's happened. Thank you. I was trying to get a video on the 1 minute chart, and so I had the full screen up for the 1 minute. So there's 1 minute guy. Galvio crashed overnight. But yeah, this was good to trade the 1 minute right now. Just a 5 minute. I thought it was the 1 minute. But I'm like, hey, yeah, where is my 1 minute?
It's the same data. It's just a low resolution.
Yeah.
Just the resolution is 5 times blockier.
I was wondering why, I was wondering why the movement wasn't, why it wasn't moving. Oh, well, it's still going the same direction.
Same data, just higher detail.
That's right. All right, so we're right about that 50% mark. Let's move. And this is right about when I take it. So obviously this active point on the 1, we'll see. Yeah, yesterday on this, just went down in a marching market all day long yesterday. And I had to get I was filming an explanation of, a buy order, take profit, hitting take profits on a buy order. And so I'm like, I'll just go in and just do a quick screen share and show the take profit on a buy order. I'll just trade 0.01 so I can get that. I was just looking for 2 pips and I'm like, fine, just give me 1 pip. Still took me forever to do that. But I hear a lot of people from yesterday, kind of the chatter was, a lot of people yesterday had a really, really hard time with the market structure and the bias yesterday. So I want to kind of talk about that for a second. First of all, for those of you guys who do fall into that camp of market structure and this right here, we're caught in this big old thing. What are some of the reasons why you guys got caught in that? I'm gonna take it.
We were following Sean.
Oh, okay. So yes, I love that. Just shift the
That's
thing to
actually
somebody else.
Everybody's looking for a reversion play. So you get caught behind it.
It's not my fault. I was following the expert.
I'm going to avoid personal responsibility for the all trades.
Or is that what he was doing during the guest trader session?
Oh, of course.
Sean came back from 47 to 57. So
47 what?
Probably 47. Yeah, like he was down $1,000 or what?
Or maybe down on Monday.
he was down almost $10,000. He started at like 55, went to 47, and came back to 57.
So he drew down 20%.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So I knew he was going to, like I said yesterday in my chat, I knew he was going to have a problem with the market because of the way he trades. But there's nothing wrong with the way he trades. And that just goes to furthering my point. Like if you call the market correctly, but the market doesn't do what it typically does, then don't change your strategy just because the market doesn't do anything. Doesn't do that, right? That's his strategy. That's his technique. That's what he does. And who among us wouldn't love to have his track record, right? But at the end of the day, for me, it's about what kind of market am I in right now? How do I trade it? Now, obviously I'm not calling the market. I think what saves me from having those big losses is the A and B plan, right? Always having a B plan and trying to change what that plan is. So like right this second, my A plan is to see if we're going to get a retracement of this, right? Just kind of fibbing this right now. But if this comes down and crosses this, then I'm out of these trades, and I'm a fan of being a seller, right? Need my drawing tools. Sometimes Zoom hides them from me. Okay. So obviously if it comes down and crosses here, right? But I don't want to be in buys if it comes down and test that. So what I'm thinking is if it comes down and crosses this, I'll probably look to get into some sells, hopefully up into this range for a test of the bottom that'll give me some profit if it fails to test and bounce back the other way. that would be my second plan. My first plan is that we get a bounce here and it comes up, tests this, breaks that, and tries to get 100% retracement off of this, right? But it has to break this level in order to do that. So those are the two things I'm kind of keeping my eye on right now with this move. And kind of still going back to the theme of yesterday and the theme of today is just kind of keeping it light, right? Particularly, I'm not necessarily saying we're keeping it light because of price cycles, but yes, I mean, I don't really know what our price cycles are yet because we're trading the aftermath of a news event. And so you kind of throw price cycles out the window a little bit until you get consolidation and it reestablishes that. So I'm not saying we're trading light because of price cycles. What I'm saying that I'm trading light is because it's kind of in an outside range right here. We're not in a range. And if the bottom drops, it could continue to run lower, right? And so that's why I'm trading light, because if I got to fix anything, I don't want to be too heavy that it's going to get away from giving the power back to the market, so to speak. So that's why I'm looking at this right now. But let's go back to yesterday. When you got in this move right here, yesterday when we started trading, I said, hey, this looks like this could be a big old, head and shoulders move. And yeah, it turned into one. And then right here, everybody thought, you know what, it could bounce. But the same logic applied right here that it also is applying right here. Yes, it could bounce, but it could also break lower and go, and it could also go higher, right? And so by having the plan A and B, right? I think even my plan A was that we were going to see a bounce right here. And then it failed. It failed to break higher. Then it come back and say, okay, if it breaks lower, it could be a B plan. Now, this is really when we got into the marching market, it was right in here. And then once you realized that your price cycles were no longer valid, meaning that you'd get three price cycles, then another 3, this is a sign for a marching market. And what Sean typically does with the marching market is you saw him do exactly that yesterday. As it goes 1, 2, 3 price cycles against him, he'll start to get heavier, right? And there's nothing wrong with that because it's an overextended market. The odds of it going up at least one price cycle is extremely high. And then where you get in trouble is when you get into a marching market and it just goes another 3 on it. Because every single turn point, he's stacking in heavier, 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 so that all he needs is it to go 1, maybe 2 price cycles, and he's out. And I trade the exact same way because, obviously that's what he taught me to do. Other than for these in the summertime has taught me, because I've traded the summertime when you get a lot of these, has taught me to add a ride the wave / marching market into my strategy. And I started doing that, but I was light. I still made 1%, but I did not want anything to do with the market yesterday. So I took my 1% kind of ran. So I was like, okay, I'm done. Right. But you're going to see that way of trading, right? Because I think that comes to like a level 3 technique, and you guys shouldn't be following.
Good morning.
Hey, Cliff. Good to have you. So you guys shouldn't be trading like level 3 techniques if you don't know level 2 techniques, which is, fixing your trades. So, and that's something that I was talking about last week. You're going to start seeing me trade in these 5 to 50 accounts that we're going to start opening up here pretty soon, because that's the way I trade. And when I trade for teaching, is different than what I trade. It's different than what I trade when I'm not teaching. So just buy this real quick. And if it pulls back, so this layer right here is to fix, is to adjust this layer. Because it just broke down, so now I got to get out of this layer. So same thing, and kind of the exercise that we were doing last night or yesterday in our challenge was getting in heavier to fix a layer, right? And that's kind of what I'm doing right now, where I got 3 on, and then just put four on right here for a test. And if it fails to break that and move lower, then I'm going to have to be a fan of, I'm going to have to get out and fix it on those cells if it breaks slower than this. But the same thing, if it comes down here and bounces, I just don't trust it to bounce right now. When it's coming off a move, tried to attempt to go higher, failed right here, whatever, that's supposed to be failed. It failed here, and then now it's coming straight back down. I don't trust it to not break. So we'll see. So that I'm looking for a take profit of somewhere in here, and then flip into some cells for a test of the low. That's what I'm looking for. See there, see if it gives another one. And if it's lower, then I have to take it. This candle has a lot of information in it right here. If it fails to stay higher than that, then it's definitely going to come down and test the low. Seconds, just good sign for this little up shot here. So this candle right here said, yeah, we're going to try and reverse. And I'm going to try to do the reversal candle here. And this candle said, nope, no, you're not. You still got 20 seconds. And so who's in control? The bulls or the bears?
Bulls or the bears?
That's right. Who's winning? Who's winning this battle?
Can I answer that as the candle forms?
Yo, you can answer that now. Who won? You're wrong. Just kidding. Whatever you're going to say, I was going to say you're wrong. That's the way I love trading. I love trading hindsight. Well, what I would have done is I would have sold at the top right here and bought at the bottom. That's the way I trade.
Well, there's your YouTube career right there.
Let me just review everybody else's trading. No. You did it wrong. So you should have, you sold and you should have bought. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Why most traders fell? It's because they buy when they should have sold. That's the title of the next YouTube video. And Josh is going to be the guest trader.
As long as there's a paycheck at the end.
Yeah. Go. All right. I think I'm going to flip. Probably not. If I'm not flipping, I'll probably just put a few cells on just as a safety thing here because it wants to touch the bottom. See on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, see if it breaks lower, it's definitely got a little bit too long. So I'm going to start building into a few cells. Hopefully, if it goes up to there. Then with Alveo, if you do that, you always have to enable this close all button on there. And if it fell to break that high, I think I'm just going to pull down the thighs. Yeah, and it did. That's good. Well, it's 2 minutes later, 2 more steps. This is what I'm hoping for. Still back into play and ride back up this candle for the turn back down. And if this candle holds, I think let's see. Just get ready. Took those for a little bit of a loss, but I'm trying to break even as best I could. Just start. So this is to me, gotta watch that. Anytime you change a setting, Alveo reverts back to your defaults. You still want to be light here. So anytime you change anything in your settings, it changes back to your long foot trading variables. So, all right, moment of truth. Is it going to break this? If it breaks this, obviously it's going to test the low here and could get it another run if it does that. So partly I switched into sells because my risk and reward, partly because I don't want to get caught on there and buys. So my risk versus reward right now is extremely great to the bottom dropper. So basically If it doesn't, if it comes down here, tests and does after all decide, hey, this is our bounce point, we're going to just come back up here. To me, the risk is that I got to throw this layer away, right? And lose on this layer. But the reward is that if it does break this and run for another 15, 20 pips or whatever, I can be able to capitalize that. So for me, this is where I probably X out of that layer stack if I haven't already broken even on it or done anything like that. So for me, I'm risking 16 pips, but along the way, I'll have opportunities to get out and break even on my layer stack. If it does, in fact, cross here, I'd look to start going off. So it's easier to manage. Let's just say that. It's easier to manage this layer stack where it's at right here. And if it does go against me and start to move higher.
Did you change your close order box setting? So you can just close them?
Thank you. See, you saved me so many times today.
Okay, so I get 10% of your winnings today.
More than that, you can have 100% of my losses.
I'm good. I can do that myself.
I actually have some few losses you can take, Josh, if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Then I got to look at it as I was trading on a different account on Alvia, just doing a test. Anybody do trailing stops? I did a trailing stop last night, and Alvia doesn't do trailing stops unless you have Alvia open. So I don't know if you guys know that or not. So I left Alvia open, and then I guess there was Alvia decided to close, and it didn't hit my trailing stops. So that was fun.
What time was it that it did that?
I don't know. Just kind of woke up to Alvia being off, and I didn't run the. I was doing that right before, but didn't finish my calculations and still learning where the price hit. I want to start from there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, we're down to, this is probably where it's trying to establish a consolidation price cycle. It's right in here. So if that's what it's going to do, if it's going to start, just kind of consolidating right here, maybe I'll start filling off some profits, getting back in, keeping maybe a few of these top layers. So killing off maybe some of these guys right here that are barely just getting a better placement. So like taking a tiny bit of a loss, put them right back on so that I can turn them into profits as it goes down. I'm just kind of always keeping my best placement trades on just in case we do get that drop, and they're easier to fix as well. So I took 2 off. So I'm going to be probably hunting the profit here. I want to do some pip contests.
What?
I'm a pip hunter.
Oh, okay.
Is it that the season in Utah right now?
No, it's always hunting season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. I guess would you rather have a slow moving market like this or a fast news market?
I like fast.
Where you can either it's a high risk, high reward market, right?
Ride or die.
Right. Okay. Ike says in between. I'm with Ike. I like my favorite market is an 8 to 5 price cycle, 8 to 10 5 price cycle. Anything lower than 5 and just not fun to trade. Nick, you're that's a genie wish right there. He says, I don't care. I just want it to be the same every day. Yeah, you know what? If it was the same every day, you wouldn't be trading. Computer would do it for you.
I don't know. He got a good point. If we have to be consistent, the market has to be consistent.
We are consistent. We
Yeah.
trade every day.
We trade every day. We trade every day. We consistently show up for a beating. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, market. You're teaching me a lesson. All right. So for me, this is what I thought I was going to do is just take them slow route to get up there. Now, this is where I would expect, obviously we ran up this. It's due for a turn back. If it breaks this right here, well, really, if it breaks this without giving a little bit of a pullback, then you're probably into a 3 price cycle move right there. I got these trades set up to where if I hit down to this action point, then this is my break even / little bit of profit. And I probably will reset down here if it allows me to. Okay, and then some more right here. So this is where kind of starting to get a little bit heavier, kind of like what like we talked about. Like this is what Sean does, so that all you really need is 1 price cycle. Now a little bit heavier, not a lot, just because it's moved against us on a price cycle. See if it does in fact break before we get a turn back. So this is where I would expect the next action point. Obviously, you got to cross this, got to get a reversal bar coming into the market. And if we get that reversal bar, Strategy. Probably good. Oh, Duke says 25 to 30 pips on the USD JPY. He said the waves are larger over there. We're on the South Shore. You must be on the North Shore. I have the 20 minutes. I got to change rooms. Got the Teach the Waldo crew over there. So this is the part where you guys have to entertain me. Teach me what you've learned or tell me a joke, your choice. Except for you, Dad. I've heard all yours.
The ultimate dad joke.
The ultimate dad joke. So if it crosses over here on the 5, crosses this on the 5, I'd still look to maybe fib that event. Just don't know if it will, when it will, if it does. So I'm like looking at all the different ABCs in my head, all the different moves in my head. Like, where's it going to go? If it does this, it's most likely to do that. I'm still, my plan A still is in play here, where it comes up, test this, comes back down, and test the bar, right? Where that, again, that breaks down, obviously, is where it crosses this. It'll come up and touch this, and then obviously if it crosses this, then the fib is back in play like that. But we also have news coming in 20 minutes. So with that news, it could possibly just change the structure of the market, which could say all of this is now changed. You got to be open to adapt to that change. So I'm hoping, for me, right now, I'm hoping that it'll give me just a little bit of a price cycle down into this area right here. And then I'll be able to lighten some of my positions and take a little bit of a profit, depending on what this action point goes here. Here, love this kind of a mirror. I'm going to try and get in a little bit heavy and then look for some profit. This pullback.
Hello.
Oh, that's Jimmy. Jimmy, since you're late, you are responsible.
I got donuts coming to your house right now.
No. Not donuts. It's you got to bring your best joke. That's PG or
It's PG, best joke. Huh?
Just saying.
Oh man, jokes, huh? Oh,
Did I put you on the spot? You should be.
Yeah.
That's the penance for coming late. You got to bring a good joke, and if it's a bad joke, then I can mute you for the rest of the time.
Yeah. Let's see.
And everybody's going to vote, just so that your communication skills rest upon your joke telling ability.
Let's see what Google says.
Oh no!
Oh,
Trust the Google. It's like asking Alexa to tell you a joke.
I can do that too. I was thinking one about the World Cup, but I don't know.
Andrew would probably know. He watches that like a. This is
It's been a minute, but let's see. What does
you're butchering a Google joke.
I'm trying to make up one by myself.
Oh, dad joke. I thought dad joke.
Or no, it'll be a rugby joke.
Well, cool's not on there.
Oh dang.
Yeah, you had to run this.
I was gonna say what did the small rugby team say?
What did the what?
Samoan rugby team.
Oh, Samoan. See, you can't do this. You gotta wait. Because cool, I'll tell you what they say.
Oh, let's see here. What's a dad joke? Man, I really don't know.
What's that, Cliff? Is Cliff coming to your rescue?
Politics and sports with Iran and America.
Yeah, it's to alienate everybody that's on here and talk politics and sports.
Today's match, World Cup with US and Iran.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Yeah, at 1:00.
And apparently, if you say something about a certain team in the World Cup, I won't be able to post it on YouTube. So don't do that.
Right?
They'll restrict. They'll blank it all out.
How about why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house?
Ooh. I don't know why.
Because the ghost brings out the booze.
Why don't you ever bite a ghost?
Why don't you ever invite a ghost to a haunted house?
Bite a ghost.
Bite a ghost?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they taste like sheet.
Okay, here's one. Why did the skeleton went to the party by himself?
Ooh.
Because he has no body.
He had nobody. Yes, this is what the market has given us today. Bad jokes.
Yes. Been on the alveos.
Here's another one. What has 4 wheels and flies?
Garbage truck.
Oh, Dave, that's a my dad joke.
That's my dad joke.
That's not just a dad joke. I've heard that one. What was the last thing that went through the bug's mind when it hit the windshield?
Splat.
It's butt.
It's butt.
Do you get it, Jimmy? Do you get it?
I get it. Yeah. I get it. Oh.
Yes, you guys, we are aspiring to be on the back of a Laffy Taffy joke. Rapper.
Do they still do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's where I get my best material. Even ask my kids.
They're like, no more.
So my 4-year-old niece came to me and said, do you want to hear a dirty joke?
Uh-oh. Of course you're like,
because her mother was right there. But I said yes. She told me the white horse fell in the mud.
Oh, okay. Did you say, do you want to hear a clean one? That's the next part to that joke. It took a bath. Yeah, that's another my dad joke. I've heard that one my whole life too. And it's never good when your dad says, you want to hear a dirty joke? No, Dad.
Right?
That or pull my finger.
Yes.
He's been making that for decades.
So I'm resetting these settings up in Alveo for this account. I'm good at 0.10, right?
Yeah, you're in the 15K.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would trade that as a point. Yeah, I maybe as a normal trading 0.10 and then light. You could go 0.12 and then light 0.6, cut that in half.
Okay.
And trading light. It's up to you. It just depends on how many layers or stacks you put on in a layer. That makes sense. So
Yeah.
if you do 5 to 6 trades per layer, then I'd probably keep it at 0.10. But if you're doing 3 to 4, then you could go a little higher.
Maybe as we start to get a little heavier.
So Nick asked a great question, and I'll answer that. How about, you know what, Nick, are you coming to the wobble meeting? Because I'd like to answer that with the wobble crew peeps as well. But that's a great question. The question that he asked that I'll put a pin in is, are we trading Alveo or MT4? And the answer is yes. The short answer is yes. But there's a but. We're going to trade both. But I think you guys will want me to trade in Alveo in the future, near future. With what I got, that's a teaser. Did I do a good job? With what I got coming, you guys don't want to miss, so stay tuned.
So stay tuned.
I'll tell you right after this break.
Right.
I have a feeling this is going to break to the top side.
Yeah, it probably will. So I'm going to look to start taking some of my power back in the market. We'll see. I mean, what we got here is it's been kind of building this channel here, coming in, and see if we can't get it to come down. Test this a little bit. And we'll fib that. Just gotta flip. Yeah, in like 9 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we also read that.
Mm-hmm. So
And
I mean, it's just like, meh. Just seeing if I can't take. So I'm going to pill off. So I was able to pill off some of these wins right here. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to probably look to pill off a couple of my big heavies here. Some of those wins. Just took 20 off. Off.
Can you guys hear that, Phil Collins?
What?
Can you guys? Oh, I guess that's a no. Phil Collins is blaring right now at the household.
Oh, I thought you were like, this is going to be another joke.
No, I wish.
Can you hear that, Phil Collins? Oh, I can.
Every time I have something to do,
I can hear it.
Can you really?
No, it's like, isn't that one of his songs? Can you hear it calling.
Coming in, that's what's playing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't hear it.
The kid has not slept.
Ooh. Let me see. What did Nick say? Nick says the story I'm telling myself is there's a lot weaker up move than down move from news, so my bias is to short. Oh, I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Air of the night. Yeah.
That's the.
Isn't that what you said?
No, I can hear it. No, I can feel
Same difference.
it. Come on, market. Double top. I love it.
Yes.
So this is actually a good position to be in to kind of show you guys how I don't let myself get to go against me. Like, I mean, I'm 100% comfortable taking everything right this second. Like if I needed to and hit the red X, if I had to leave, if I had to go do something, 100% comfortable just hitting that red X and saying, okay, I'm at basically break even on the day. Now I don't want to do that because obviously I'm trading, but I'm never in a position that I'm telling myself I can't walk away. Does that make sense? Sometimes as traders, when we get into a position that you can't walk away, that usually turns into, I was up all night trading.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? We've all been there, right? We've all been there. And so I don't like being there in a position where you just can't walk away. And so I try to always keep myself under that 2% loss. Anything that's kind of greater than a 2% loss, that to me, I got to fix it, right? And I'm not going to walk away. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to step away. Sometimes it's good to step away and to circle back when the market is more conducive to your trading style, right? And so only you can kind of say that. But for me, if I'm in a losing day and I'm playing the market normally the way I play it, but the market says, nope, we're not going to do this like more than a couple times. I'm going to take these guys, pull my profits off just for an opportunity cycle. And with that, probably peel off some of my heavies too. Take a few more just because news is coming in the market. Don't want to be as heavy as I am. Get rid of that layer down there. All right. So what I'm saying is that I tried to not put myself in a position where I have to be stuck and watching the market where I can. Now, if I'm calling the market and I'm at that 2%, my shut off is I got to take a break, got to come back to the market. If I'm trading and I get into a couple high probability trade setups and they don't pan out twice, my rule of thumb is twice, where like I see a high probability trade setup like this one right here, it popped up and gave me the pullback. That to me is a high probability trade setup that I take a lot. But if it didn't pan out and it just kept running up and running up, and then I do it again, and get out everything and do it again, and it doesn't work out, then I'm done with the market right now because I'm just not in sync, right? Me and the market, we're just not talking. And so I come back when the market is a little more friendlier to the way I like to trade. And so I kind of run that rule for myself on, I'm not going to try to change the way that I'm trading. I'll just come back when the market is more conducive to the style that I like to trade.
Right.
But on the same token, when I'm just trading normally and I'm not in those positions, I'm looking to, never ever let myself get that far or that deep into trouble. Now, sometimes it does happen. Like if you get caught on the wrong side of this move and you're pretty heavy and you're trying to fix your trades because the market just dropped 30 pips against you, you know, the last thing that you'd want to do is say, I got to get it all back and quickly, right? Because that makes that start saying that you're taking trades heavier than you should, and you probably aren't having the best judgment when you're trading to get back what you lost, right? And so that, to me, it all comes back to the psychology of trading. Being able to manage your trades, is the key for me to taking emotion out of it a little bit. Like having a routine that I'm like, okay, I'm going to win here, peel off here, win here, take some off, you know, win some, take some, you know, losses, all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't really matter the direction of your wins. If you see an opportunity on the buy side, take it. See an opportunity on the sell side, take it. Right. And so I'm probably going to look for that. I'm just a little hesitant to sort of playing on this top right here. So rather have confirmation of the buy or the sell.
David, I'm back. Can I, so I don't know, because I'm trying to fine tune my high probability view of things. Like, so.
Can you pause this, what you're about to say? Because I got to switch rooms here.
Okay.
Real fast. So I'm going to boogie, guys, and I'll meet you in the wobble room. And then I'll answer a couple of your guys' questions right out of the gate real quick. So I'll see you over there.